I'd like to ask, what is this thing about Obi? That means there's something, a goal you people see in this Obi. Because this man did not win elections. And after not winning elections, he's gone about conducting himself, doing his charity, but he's still the main point of conversation. Mm-hmm. So, kini gan pa Obi?
What does that mean?
Kini ni pato ni pa Obi? So what is this thing really? Kini oro Obi ni pato?
The reason why they are talking and putting so much emphasis on Peter Obi's structure on the social media is because they are afraid of the social media. When people begin to talk about the same thing again and again, it's because the thing is attracting their attention. If they are saying Peter Obi's supporters are too busy on the social media and they have no structure outside the social media, they are also too busy noticing them on the social media.
PDP, which is in battle right now, or guys, the NDC, which we must say is now beginning to show itself as well. We are new, we are terrible. There is no dispute yet. So like maybe we could just be a viable platform, because even the ADC itself is going through its own fair share.
Young man, I can carry my bag. What is the proposition? And I told them, I said, listen, this is not a problem I started from here. I had this problem while I was in the bank. So I know, and I'll tell you that experience. So I said, that stopped. The House had to question me at the end of, there was a time they wanted to go to what they call the World Igbo Congress in America. And they showed me that somebody before me had gone with 40 million. And they said they reduced my own, it's 32 million. I said to the PAMSEC, can you write me what is the implication of this to Anambra State? Nothing. He just kept telling me they have reduced it. I said, no. Well, let one person go. Whatever the Igbos in America discuss, they can tell us by this thing. We now change. We came to the government house. When I started being a governor, no permanent secretary in Anambra State had a car. The judges didn't have a car. And meanwhile, there's in the budget provided there's a 150 million naira for the government to buy 2 bulletproof cars for the governor. I said, okay, fine, it's good. I took it, called one Mr. Eric, who was then the GM of PAN, with Onyemuche Namani, and said, listen, I want you people to do me a favor. I want to buy, they used to sell Peugeot 406, 3.7 million. I said, I want to buy about 100. So you sell it to me 3 million. The Frenchman agreed with me. So I took the 150, gave him as deposit. He gave me the first 50 vehicles. I had 18 judges, so 18. I had permanent secretaries, 19, so 19. The governor will keep 10. So all my first tenure, if you're around Doka, I used 406 Peugeot. And nobody kidnapped me, nobody shot me, and we saved that money. We had, some of you might have I was removed from office twice because he was talking about sharing money. And I can tell you why I was removed from office. It's all part of this. When I was starting, Anambra State government house was burnt. Because when I say where we are going to save money, I want to tell you how we saved it and how we were able to be the only government that left and didn't borrow money from anybody. It stayed saved. When I'm pleading with everybody, fella said it. You must die anyway. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you die. It is actually better you die doing something noble than doing than dying a cowardice. We need to tell them no. We need to. It is time. Go to little countries and see how efficient their airport, everything works. Little things. It cannot work in Nigeria. The reason why it's not working is because you have chosen, you don't want to die. It is time for us to die. If you don't want to die in Nigeria, hold them when they come here. They won't kill you here. Protest here. Say no to it here. They will not kill you. We cannot go on this way. In 2007, all our debts were cancelled. All our debts. I'm sure all of you are aware. Obasanjo, Ngozi Welah got all our debts cancelled. 2017, 10 years after, we're owing $60 billion towards what we used to owe. What did we use it for? Senator, I just said 64. We were owing 30 when it was cancelled, and we are celebrating. 10 years after, it has doubled. What was it used for? That is the question. Every state today is owing a debt that the next governor cannot. And I said to people, I have been governor for 8 years. We didn't borrow one kobo from anybody. I can say that any Anambra person here can testify that we have the best road network of any state in Nigeria. Our schools were the best. Dr. Liu had just told you about Nwilo. I don't know Nwilo from Adam. I knew him when I became a governor. He told me he's a heart specialist, that he can do heart operation with this. I said, why don't you come and do it in Anambra State? He told me there's no hospital where he can do it. I said, you know what you're going to do? Give me the cost of all the equipments you need to do it. And I went to a mission hospital. By the time we calculated, everything came to almost $1 billion. I wrote the check and gave the mission. I said, listen, set it up. It's there, it's working. They haven't operated on me, but they're saving other people's lives. Why will I use that money? Why will I take that money to come and buy a house in Atlanta? Do I live in Atlanta? No. If I come to Atlanta, I pay for a hotel and go. This hotel room cannot cost more than $200 a night. I won't even pay if it's I don't think it's wrong to say former governors don't continue, or governors don't continue from where their predecessors are, or they're having problems. The problem is that you have an unplanned system. If you have a planned system, it's difficult for anybody to deviate from it. That's what will bring me back to a planned system. If you have something like, let me always go back to China. Okay. The reason why I use China is that it's an example of a successful society where policies have been properly implemented. We were part of the MDG, Millennium Development Goals, in 2000. Nigeria was the signatory to it. China was the signatory to it. What did China do? China went back to China and mainstreamed all the MDG policies in their developmental agenda. From the national government to regional government, and Nigeria went to local government. So it is all inclusive. And they made it in such a way that every Chinese knew what it is all about. And they worked.
And we couldn't do the same here.
No, we didn't do the same. Because if we had done the same, nobody would be able to deviate. So within the 15 years, from year 2000, they signed it, to year 2015, China achieved all the goals of the MDG. In some and Nigeria did not achieve one goal of the MDG.
So in some ways, I believe you agree with me with what I said. But